Greetings, I'm back again. It's been, I believe, 2 or 3 days. I think 3 days, I'm pretty sure 3 days since the last time I made a Chronicle. Maybe, I'm not exactly sure. Anyways, I'm here now and, I've got to clean my room. It's not exactly in the best shape. So, while I'm recording this Chronicle here, I will be engaging in the cleaning of my room. So, keep that in mind. There will be more random noises during this one, I suppose, from me having to do the cleaning. Anyways, there's a lot of things I'd like to talk about. For one, I guess one thing I'm worried about right now is the status of Absidy's father. But I'm fairly certain that he's fine. Well, as fine as he can be. I've already checked the records and there's nothing. The next topic, I guess, is... Let me see exactly as to what I'm trying to find. Oh. Yeah. I only added 2 notes. I thought there were more notes to speak about. Although, yeah, I guess it is sort of notable that I'm going to be cleaning up during this. I don't exactly know how notable, though. How notable it is to any listener. But anyways, I suppose I'll just get along with it. Since I have to have my phone in my pocket like this, I'm not exactly as nimble as before. I mean, as nimble as I usually am while I clean up. I'm able to pick up a lot of things in one fell swoop, so even despite all this trash I can accumulate, I'm able to quickly gather it. However, in a situation where I'm not exactly able to do as such, it may become more of an issue. But as long as my phone is safely kept in my pocket, and if it doesn't end the recording or anything, it should be relatively good in that aspect. So that's generally what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for things to be good and for there to be no issues while I'm engaging in this cleaning. I'm kind of worried about how the static of my earbuds will interact with the fuzziness of my pajamas. I'm wearing really fuzzy pajamas, and that creates electrical currents, which could cause issues. I've already heard some of the things that those currents have done. Now I'm emptying some bottles. Damn. I don't know what to talk about. I suppose I'll sit down right here, because what I have to do now is I have to put some of my clothes inside of my dirty clothes basket, so that, they can be properly identified for how dirty they are. And that's just what I'm doing. But now I'm going to the cleaning clothes basket, because I had to overturn it. Why did I have to overturn it? Well, I had to access the I was trying to access small sleeve shirts because I only use small sleeve shirts for when I am in my pajamas. Except for onesies, which I'm wearing right now. It's notably fuzzier than a lot of other things. And also there are long sleeve pajama shirts too, but usually... Oh, wait, yeah. There's pajama shirts and there's t-shirts. I only use t-shirts, short sleeve tees. Those are only used by me, anything short sleeve really, besides, certain button-ups. It's, all... What is the term? I'm fucking... Yeah. Oh, whatever I was gonna say, I don't fucking know. But, yeah. I only use those types of shirts for when I'm getting ready to sleep. Although usually I wear pajamas all throughout the day and it doesn't matter too much as to if I'm wearing clothes. Well, it does matter if I'm wearing clothes, that I have some clothing. I mean, not regular clothes. I'm fine with wearing those too, but not for sleeping. Now I have to move the big airsoft gun my father got me. Okay, that's out of the way. The money. Think about your hero when you're at ground zero. Sorry. No, I was thinking of a song for a second. Oh, I didn't notice this, but I've been DM'd twice by Absidy. Oh, I guess I have to, call Absidy. So I'll get on to that. Well, I'm back now. It's been a day. It's been nearly 24 hours. In fact, probably more than 24 hours since I was last recording. Well, one thing is my room is mostly clean besides my bathroom now. So I may have to do that, but I'm not exactly sure. From what I was told, seemingly due to my house very likely being... They're wanting to sell my house, so it's likely people will be looking through my room, unfortunately. And shit. I really need to piss. Okay, anyways. Sorry. Well, I could have just paused, but instead I decided to let the cacophony of sounds emit. Oh well. What exactly is my topic? Maybe I may have talked about the things that I wrote. Maybe. I don't know, because I ended up having to stop this recording earlier. But now time has passed, so I get to continue the recording. Recording number 77. Though this would be Chronicle number 40, so yeah, it's wonderful. I've finally reached another a number up, so to say. The first number, 2 digits. Yeah, every single thing I say makes absolutely no fucking sense to anyone, and I understand that, but it makes sense to me. And yeah, because what I was referring to just there was, when there's 2 digits laid out, I was talking about the first digit and that changing, so 30 to 40. But I don't think anyone could infer that because I'm retarded. Oh well. Um, Time to wash my hands and then I'll be quickly done with all of this. Sorry. I'm still doing tasks. This will be done for the most part, because I do have to lay out my clothes for the next day, tomorrow. But that's thankfully a silent thing. It doesn't make much noise when you're trying to go and move around a small little... What am I trying to move around? Oh yes, clothes. Because clothes aren't as loud. Huh. Time to hang my towel up and hope that it hangs to the best of my ability. And hope that that dries, which it probably won't. Okay. There is a toilet paper roll on the floor, and my bathroom floor is covered with... What's it covered with? It's covered with towels. And I almost tripped on that roll of toilet paper. And my eye would have been... Oh no. I wouldn't have had something impaled into my eye. I would have just hit my head. Oh well. I didn't trip, so that's what matters. I've been listening to a fuck ton of Everywhere at the End of Time, a fuck ton of The Caretaker, because I really like his music. And interestingly enough, one of the songs that I really like, which is My Heart Will Stop in Joy, I've been hearing it lately. I went on TikTok and people keep on playing it, which fucking sucks, because just a few days ago, I found that song again, because I wasn't really noting them at the times. There was a time where I in fact, sort of binged that album, and I remember, I don't know how old I must have been, maybe 15, probably 15, or 14, and I was playing Roblox, and I was role-playing with myself on the hood. What was I role-playing? I was role-playing as a dementia-addled old man, so I just sit around in the home, one of the basic homes in that game, and it's a Roblox game, by the way, which I'm not sure if I mentioned, but I'd be over there, and I was just listening to the album as the hours passed by. I just talked to myself on fucking Roblox. It was really weird. Very weird. But, occasionally I went out and shouted random stuff to people. Also, I wasn't only on the hood, I went to a couple other games too. But still, I just generally acted like a dementia-addled man. I went around to some people, I think I called them my grandson, but didn't stay long with them. Speaking of social interaction in Roblox, I'm not really able to do that much anymore. Okay, I can't really talk to the other people on Roblox. It's not out of fear or anything, I just don't have any interest anymore. In fact, I don't even think I'm able to talk to a lot of them now, because some update rolled out where I'm not, since I'm like 17, it won't let me talk to minors, which, you know, I don't want to do that anyways. But I suppose it's good that that feature's there now. Huh. Oh shit. I just realized it, but there's tons of these things around where I can hang my painting up. I got this painting called The Great Abbey, and it's by, what's his name? Bill White, and it just looks really similar to Louis Wayne's work, and I really like Louis Wayne's work, so I'll put it up. I'm gonna go and hang up this painting, sorry. I haven't even moved on to the clothes. I'm just sort of walking around, not participating in tasks, but now I suppose I am participating in a task. And that task is, the moving of this painting. Well, the hanging of this painting, not the moving of this painting. Though I am also moving it. No. The main thing that matters is the hanging. Okay, it's up. Slightly lopsided, maybe. I think it is slightly lopsided, but I can fix that by arranging it to the best of my ability. Damn, I think it's up now. I didn't realize that there were just all these hooks in the room. It's up, but it is still a bit lopsided, so I'll have to fix that later. Oh well. Oh yeah, I have to move my clothes to set them for tomorrow. So I'll get on with that. I'm getting my socks now. I'm in my closet, and within my closet I feel like the words that I say are so much more audible. There's a vent in this room, but and also whenever I get in this room, the noises I make sound weirder. I mean the sounds, like how I talk. It just is off, and it's hard to really explain how it's off. But yeah, I just don't really like being in this closet because I feel like everyone can hear what I'm saying, and it sounds really weird. You know, you don't want other people to hear what you're saying. Which sounds really weird coming from me, given what I'm doing right now, but oh well. Fuck. I accidentally hit the two, Beetlejuice characters that were hanging up on another wall. One that's got much more visible hooks, but ones that aren't really good for paintings. Instead, that's for clothes. Anyways, I have to get another clothing item, and once I have that clothing item, I'll be, I guess, rather elated. Well, not really, because I still have to find underwear, and then I have to put No, I don't have to do anything else after I find the underwear. I just have to put it on the little thing of clothes, the little heap I've manufactured. Okay, a pair of black underwear. That should do good. I just got reminded of how I was packing up my clothes for a trip I went on, and on that trip I saw Absidy, and we met up at a fair, and it was just wonderful. But what am I going to say? We were there, and it was wonderful. But yes, okay. What I was remembering was how I packed my suitcase, because I dress in a very particular way, so I was getting all of my clothes that I needed for it, and I just arranged it in such a way. It was really orderly. And I took note of what I was wearing each day, and I wondered what I'd wear when talking with Absidy on that day. And I was wearing dark blue pants red underwear, white socks, and the color shirt I have to go back and see for the picture I took that day, because I don't really remember what I wore as a shirt, which is a little weird, but it makes sense because I never note what I'm wearing as a shirt. It's not something you really see as much. You see the sleeves, but it's something that just comes out of mind, you know. But this here, damn, July 19th, that's when we met up. It's so wonderful, you know. So wonderful. Because I'm looking through, I'm trying to see the picture of us together. Okay, I wore my gray shirt. I wore my gray shirt. There's a couple other things I took a picture of. No, that wasn't me taking the picture. That was him taking the picture. Okay. Oh, and there's this other picture where my legs are just crossed for some reason. I sent to Absidy. July 19th, 4:40 p.m. 4:13 p.m. The beaver plushie. And oh yeah, I saw a beaver that day. Earlier that day. Oh yeah, before I was setting out to go meet up with him. But yeah, I was quite excited when I saw the beaver from outside that window. He's across the fence and he's just looking around. Oh wait, is that a beaver? I think that's a groundhog. I don't know why the fuck I was calling it a beaver for this long, but yeah, it's a groundhog. And it's wonderful, you know. He's such an animal. Oh yeah, I took another picture. It was Absidy in the sunset. It's very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. Oh, and there's a sunset too in the background, but not really as beautiful as Absidy. That day I was in the shower. I returned. No, I wasn't in the shower. I was in the bath after that. He was crying for days after after I had to go back, unfortunately. But oh well. That's how it goes. And my dad is telling me good night, so it's only makes sense to reply the same. And now I don't really know what to do. I wonder if I added any other, what the fuck? I'm retarded. I'm trying to think of something. And what am I trying to think of? I'm trying to think of, yeah, my notes that I added. And one of the notes I've already explained, that thing about being a dementia-addled old man. That was one of my notes. However, I do have another note to speak of as well for this chronicle. And that's the Bubble Boy. You've probably heard the story of the Bubble Boy, or you probably haven't. I don't know, but To explain it to you, it's as if, okay, so this kid, he was born with a disease that basically made his immune system not really exist. So he had to be kept within this little room his whole life, where no contagions could enter. And he stayed inside that room. And one day there was hope to fix him, so that he could go out and he could leave the bubble. But it didn't end up working, and he ended up dying because he got contaminated during, the attempt to cure him. And he just lived his whole life in the bubble. He was 10 years old. Now, what's interesting is I heard this story when I was like a really little kid, and I don't know from where. And I have a feeling that I heard it from Phineas and Ferb, yet it makes no sense, really, as it's a really dark story and the kid ends up dying and all that. And I think maybe from somewhere else I also got the story. It's weird, but I thought about that a lot as a kid. And it's been brought back to me now. And I can't help but feel bad for the bubble boy. I also sort of relate to him. Kind of feel like my whole life is that bubble. And that I'll die by getting out of it. Also sort of relate to a character named Jack from a movie. But he's unrelated to the bubble boy. I wonder if I can look up some things about him. See what there is to relay. I'm pissed. Though not that much was lost, I guess. For some reason it just randomly paused the recording. But anyways, I just looked at the bubble boy, I looked at some pictures of him. And I've never seen him until now, actually, what he actually looks like. And they all show him as like a 6-year-old or something. I like the picture I like more so the pictures when he's older. Because, now I just feel like I can really relate to him. I had the same feelings, I always addressed the scientists watching me. Well, no, it just always, sort of felt like I was being watched by scientists or something. So I'd address the air. And I'd address the air a lot. People probably think I'm crazy. To be fair, I probably am, but it's okay. For now, am itching my leg. Oh, sorry, I saw something that looked pretty funny. The attack on Moscow is ongoing. Wait. Oh. Okay, so it opened up a fucking video, and that video managed to end my recording. The video is a nothing burger, so yeah. Anyways, with the Chronicle, but I'm probably gonna be wrapping up pretty soon. It's okay. Yeah. Time just continues and continues and continues. It'll always continue. I just finished watching that Welcome to Derry show. That was nice. It was the last episode that I watched today. Well, I watched half of it last night. I made sure to screenshot something for myself tomorrow. And I was just thinking, it's sort of like what I did with this Chronicle. The me of the past provided a blueprint for the me of the future, of the present, to be delivering this to you now. And well, I'm Sam in the present, and I Sam in the future. This is really the past. Like what I just said earlier became the past. So, I think that's the reason why I started this channel. To archive myself. To archive my past selves. Well, here you go. I guess I'll be ending this chronicle now. Goodbye.